Hello and welcome once again to Crazy Comics and Stories. It's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard. And yes, this episode is a few days late. I have no excuse other than work was very busy, life has been very busy. We recorded this in Joe's cop truck. It's an SUV. So the sound goes in and out. It's not the greatest sound in the world. I did what I could to try and balance it and bring forth the voices and everything, but we do the best we can because I love these episodes as a time capsule. This is myself, Joe Ryder, our friend Butch, and this time my son, Mike Strode, driving all around the Twin Cities on Black Friday. We started, my son got here around 8 in the morning, and we got over to Joe's after I'd picked up Butch. My son had not seen Butch in nigh on 25 years. And then we went to a international house of pancakes, which I must admit, when I was a kid and my parents asked where I wanted to go for my birthday, I would always say the International House of Pancakes. This was back when it wasn't a diner so much as they had their own building, which was this A-frame building where the roof kind of went all the way down to the floor. And I loved me some pancakes. Even went to Sambo's a lot when I was a kid. Sambo's isn't around anymore because, well, you know, look it up. But I love me some pancakes. I haven't had pancakes in a while. But this is us running all around the Twin Cities. There is a noise between the segments. Whenever you hear the ECW shotgun noise, that means that we are getting out of the truck, going into a shop, and then we get back in the truck. There's one segment where I swear we got out of the truck in the middle of a conversation, and we get back in the truck, and it picks up the same conversation because that's just how we are. It's like riding along with us for the day. This is the first episode. The other 2 episodes will be held back as fill-in episodes, which gives me more time to clean them up, more time to try and make the audio better. But a few things here. First, Festivus is coming. We need your grievances. We will be recording the Festivus episode within the next 2 to 3 weeks. If you have something that you are annoyed about, one of your grievances, get it to us at solitairerosenetwork@gmail.com. Also, during the holidays, from Thanksgiving to New Year's, we don't run our regular ads. We run ads for charities that we like, charities that you like. If there is a charity that you like and you think that we should highlight during this holiday season, go ahead, let me know. I will put together an ad for it and we will drop it in. I want to hit as many charities as we can this year. Normally we only do 2 or 3, but I want to get a lot of charities in there because it's been a rough couple of years. People are needing help. Things are starting to bounce back. But also, lastly, your local comic shop is dealing with issues. The supply chain issue has hit comic shops fairly hard because paper is one of the things that they've got to kind of figure out how to get more paper. That's why Image is only doing first prints. They're not doing any second prints. If you want something from Image, pre-order it because there's not going to be a second printing. Your shop is dealing with 3 different distributors, and just go to The Beat and read Tilting at Windmills, which is about comics retail, to read about the trouble that shops are dealing with, not just with supply chain issues, but also with distribution issues and book delays and things like that. So go to your comic shop and buy stuff for your friends. Buy comics they might be interested in. Buy graphic novels they might be interested in. They've got other stuff too. They've got toys. They've got games. A lot of comic shops have games. Board games are huge this time of year. There are tons of great board games out there like Carcassonne and Ticket to Ride and Settlers of Catan and Pandemic. And don't be like my son and get hooked on Warhammer because those games are crazy expensive because they're British. But if you've got a little extra ching in your pocket, help out your local comic shop, help out a local charity, and listen to us be a bunch of idiots talking about funny books.
Of course, I remember that.
Here we go.
I was a kid.
We are recording.
All right, guys. Belay that talk.
Why the hell are you parking a FedEx truck in my way? Get out of my way, damn it!
You need some help?
It'd be better if Butch grabbed it.
Wait, what? Sorry, guys.
Actually, probably stick.
It's locking me in.
Did you bring a piece of double-sided tape again?
I did not.
Oh, Cory.
They don't sell that at the candy store, and that's the only place that was open yesterday.
Well, they sell it at the dollar store.
Yeah, which
They
is
weren't
open
open.
now.
And now everything there's $1.25.
All
You're
right.
just going to heave these right in the garbage can then?
I've
Or?
had enough of you guys. I'm leaving. Just bring the truck back when you're done.
You notice I was just ready when you showed up.
Preferably not on the back of a tow truck or something.
Like so many guys in the back of a cop car, it just raced off with you in there.
When I was a kid, all the International House of Pancakes had that A-frame,
Okay.
and I loved it so much that I would ask if we could go there for my birthday.
That was my eBay fix.
Which I imagine my parents were like,
Where's the microphone?
Whenever I wanted to go to Happy Chef.
Where's the microphone on this thing?
I don't know.
Is it up to, okay.
I would guess it's
So I
that.
think we could set it here, and then we don't have to worry about it sliding.
Well,
Although,
Cory?
it may pick up the vibration of the engine. Whereas this being a cushion.
the vibration doesn't engine.
Sure it does.
Oh.
That's how I know it's moving.
That's how you know. Happy Chef when you were a kid?
So,
Mike loved Happy Chef,
Uh-huh.
and there was
Happy
one
Chef.
Christmas where I had no money.
I love Burger Chef.
Burger Chef and Jeff.
We never had Burger Chef.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
I had
Sorry,
a Burger
John.
Chef mini comic when I was a kid, and that was,
Wow.
that was one of my first.
So that
was
patch
thrilled
in the
about
road over there, Chris and I discover, hey, there's a sinkhole here. It's like a hole,
Jeez.
about the size of a dinner plate, going down about 2 feet. So we call it in. Ignore it. I call Chris. I said, it's getting a little bigger. Well, Chris knows, the director of the Department of Public Works for St. Paul. So he said, yeah, we got a sinkhole on this corner. I don't know if you remember over by Payne Avenue, or what the heck's, there's that drive that goes from 35 all the way over to where the old Phelan Shopping Center used to
You
be.
mean the new Phelan Boulevard?
Boulevard, that's
Yes,
it, yeah,
yes,
thank you. And then
absolutely.
Phelan Boulevard and Johnson, there was a massive sinkhole. I mean, they didn't catch it till the entire intersection was washed
I
away.
told you I stay out of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Remember I told you guys?
Well, it's the old Gruber neighborhood. We probably flushed one last night for fun. But so we call it in. We call it in, and we're like, "Yeah, this is getting bigger." Well, then we come and somebody puts a cone on top of it.
Oh, yes.
About 3 days later, they tore the entire area up. Since then, so where it was in front of us, then where we just drove over, they tore that up. Now it's across the way. They're replacing all the water pipes.
Yeah, it's probably a bigger problem than it looked like.
And I'm like, why don't you just ignore it till it caves in a Volkswagen or
There's
something?
that, yeah.
Or that building.
Then you can just drive over the
Yeah.
Volkswagen.
Oh, by the way, Chris,
That's better.
that shop that was across from us, Chris and I actually went into it to look at some of the rental properties because we were thinking, she was actually on board with the idea of renting it out and making crazy comics for 6 months just to get rid of all this shit I'm trying to get rid of. She walked in and went, oh no.
Oh, yep,
Moldy.
yep,
Very moldy.
yep.
Which sucks because it was a beautiful. My brain was just oh yeah, this could work.
Get an air fresh.
I tried, but I can only eat so many White Castles.
That's where I was going with that.
That's where we're going. Hey, set up, I delivered it.
That's going to leave a mark. So people are looking forward to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question mark.
So when we can you listen to this when you get to the?
That's what I was wondering, if you could check it out.
Yeah, because I'm just curious. Like I
We'll
said,
see how-
if it picks up the engine too much. Hey, don't pull in front of me! I'm a cop.
Oh,
All right, don't pull in front of me. I regale Cory with tales of the cop car, which I haven't done a lot lately. But I was driving down 35W No, actually 35E because it's only the 2-lane, not the big 4-lane.
Make up your...
I was going down 35 west, start east.
Make up your...
And so
Make up your...
I wear makeup, yeah.
I wear makeup.
So U-Haul, like, is up ahead of me about 2-3 car lengths, and they're weaving, like, into the road, back, and I'm like...
That's because
cars
they
next
didn't
to
load
me
it,
are
right?
looking at me like, aren't you going to do something? So I said, okay. So I drive up, and I pull along next to the lady, and I'm in my, TSA uniform. And I just look at her.
No.
And she's like, oh, she's on her phone, And then I punch it, because these things, I'll demonstrate later on a straightaway where I can go like 0 to 90 in like half a second.
In a 1-pack Gruber.
Trust me, man, I outgrew her.
This car did 0 to 90 in less than 60 parsecs, or
60 parsecs.
God, I can't even. How many parsecs was it? I got distracted by that, and I forgot to say Grubers.
Now I know why those cops can come up on you so fast. Yeah, we got turbos on these things. I'd catch up with you. I did have somebody buy me Arby's once. I was in the drive-thru and caught a lady in front of you, bought it.
Oh my God.
And
Gary, give me this car.
I didn't want to say anything. I just kind of okay.
Yep.
So I bought a cup of some coffee at work. So I gotta pass it on.
Maybe she knew you were TSA.
Dana knew. I always call that the alligator pond.
Ooh.
She's like, why? What did they live on? They said they could used to come over here and eat the gophers.
You can buy those. You can buy those alligator heads that you float in those ponds.
You can buy alligator turkey.
They look.
I found a place that sells also. If it's meat, they jerk it.
If you don't watch it, you're going to buy the alligator farm.
Earthworms,
oyster testicle balls. I mean, it's all sorts of stuff.
Earthworm Jim.
It's the same place that sells made the scorpion suckers that I used to sell.
What's the same place?
I think I'll have to look at it, like New Jersey.
Fireball Factory?
Factory or something. Hey, we're New Jersey. We jerk everything.
Scorpion suckers.
earthworms.
That towards the end. Yep. Yep. They had one that had the little worms in it.
Right?
That isn't a bad. Hey, melted a million crap. Since I should slow down to this guy and give him the look, but I really don't care. Now my kids they're at the age where they can just buy stupid shit. So for some reason they decided to buy a camera for their car. So it like pokes out the back, pokes out the front because they're worried about somebody.
Well, yeah.
But they put it like right here, and I'm looking at that like, yeah, that looks cop-like. I need to get me one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good old dash cams.
Yeah.
You're just going to take it right to impersonating an officer, aren't you?
No, I could never do that.
Next
Although
time-
I have the look.
Free comic book day will be in jail.
MRI scanner. I could use
Christmas
one
in
of those.
jail. Christmas in jail.
It'll be Free Joe Day.
My favorite is when I drive.
And I don't have no bag.
I drive by the cops and they kind of do a double take sometimes. Most of them, little cop car, whatever. So my dad gave me this, and then
Everybody's here for Tokyo Sushi.
he ended up buying a new car. I gave my brother my truck.
My dad gave me his dead.
Isn't that great how that works?
Mm-hmm. So,
Everybody's waiting for Plato's Closet.
all those now hiring signs are scaring me off.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
what are they waiting for there?
To get a job. Which they'll quit.
Go,
2 hours
go,
into their
go.
shift.
You said this thing moves?
Yeah, watch, here we go.
They can quit 2 hours into
Nope,
their
that's
shift.
curbside pickup. Can't use that. I remember when Gruber and I were thinking about going into that building, and Christy was like, no, the thing leaks like everything. Don't go there. What does she know?
About caulk.
And leaks.
Use that Gorilla Tape.
Mm-hmm. Flex Seal.
Wasn't
Flex
invented,
seal.
wasn't invented
Slap it
yet.
on, you're done.
Just bring it in the building, it'll quit leaking.
Lord.
The comic shops won't, but the bookstores might.
They get all crunched. I try to keep, my wife's got them like all packaged. I just grab a dozen and throw them in here. The deeper I go, I don't want those.
The crunch did not crunchy, no good.
We going to the bank now.
And you can take that.
View screen here that has everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
why-
the infotainment center.
Oh yeah, she's got.
Pip, pip.
All right,
Why would you?
I'm gonna go in.
He's got a cop car.
I mean her.
Woo!
Why are you all coming in?
All right, Grandma Dynamite up against the
Yes,
wall.
sir, Grandma Dynamite.
I need your handicap permit.
Those aren't bullet holes. Those are speed. What do you call them? Speed holes.
Speed holes? Help you go fast.
Spoilers. There goes Joe. Goes all the way.
People are weird. It's just now we're finding out more about it. It's like everybody thinks crime is worse than it's ever been. It's not. But because we've got cable news that needs to fill 24 hours, they're grabbing any story they can. So we're finding out about stuff that would have been local news 15 years ago.
Huh?
And the other thing, you know why you hear so much about Florida Man? There is a law in Florida
Sunshine
that when
law.
someone is arrested, there is a press release sent out as to what happened. Because batshit crazy stuff happens everywhere. It's just Florida. Oh,
Broadcasted, apparently.
yeah, we get it on the wire, and we don't have to look for the news.
I always wanted an Area Man shirt from the Onion. I could just be the Area Man.
It was one of the things on Love Lines that I always liked. They had the game Florida or Germany. They would read a whacked out news story, and you would have to guess, did this happen in Florida or did it happen in Germany?
That would be an easy.
No, it was harder than
No,
you think.
but now
It was like 50-50.
it would be an easy theme to follow or to get information on. You know, back then you had to dig. Now you could just go. It's already up there. Florida or Germany? All right, my job's done.
Florida man, Florida man.
Whatever Florida can. Wait, what?
Mike Barron has written 3 Florida Man novels, and they're hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that they're hilarious, really, that Mike Barron has written 3 Florida Man novels.
Oh, he writes tons of novels.
Huh.
But his biker series is like 8 or 9 novels now.
What's it about?
Vigilante motorcycle rider.
Not bikers.
I was hoping it was bicyclists.
No. He did one called Helmet Head, which started out as, here's this evil biker's killing, and then the third act is this weird twist where it's, the scientist is taking biker bodies and putting robot heads on them, and I'm reading it going, Badger was batshit crazy.
You talk me into it. We'll go back.
This is bad.
We'll go back to the house. Get your mask.
We got a Tex Avery car there.
I don't know. I don't want
I
to.
got one.
Oh man!
He's got antlers like this.
Take your mother-in-law hunting. Yeah, I don't have my.
Yes, you do.
I don't have my eBay credit card.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
I thought I saw your eBay credit card.
No, that's my regular one.
No.
I don't particularly need a mask. I got my COVID-19 vaccination record card right here.
Where's the
Trust me,
T-Bay
your
card?
face- You're ugly. You need a mask.
That too.
You're
Now
ugly.
part of the team.
And I'm ugly. Yeah, I can get it. Which is fine. It kind of takes us where we're heading. All right.
Where are we heading there? Syrup pants?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed too. I gotta get that changed.
Is there syrup pants on, Cory?
Yeah.
No, but I have stirrup pants that I wear when I feel pretty.
It seems like a
And that and his goody two shoes. It's just telling us.
Seems like a Florida or
Feels
Germany.
pretty. Oh, so
tail.
pretty. Pretty and witty indeed.
I wish I was a girly, just like my dear papa.
I thought you were
Drunk.
so manly.
Cory, what a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes did you cash in on yesterday?
Well, they had Escape 2000, which is Escape from the Bronx.
I'm disappointed that any Hercules movie showed on there.
Oh, they had Hercules versus the Moon Man.
A masterpiece.
Love that movie. It's the one with Deep Hurting. Because there's a 20-minute segment in a sandstorm where you can't see a goddamn thing.
Oh, brilliant.
But they had Escape 2000, which is Escape from the Bronx, which is this Italian knockoff of Escape from New York, where they had no money. What Western they did, I can't remember the name of it, but it's this Roger
Cowboy
Corman
Gulch.
Western. And it's just, it's just a basic mediocre Western that, again, they didn't have any money for, but it was Roger Corman, so you could tell how cheap it was. That was fun. Golden Voyage of Sinbad.
Unbelievable.
And then Prince of Space.
Prince of Space. You say. In 3D.
No, but they do have a 3D movie in their next season.
Oh.
What the hell is Millions Crab?
Yep.
Do you remember?
Maybe it's an all-you-can-eat crab.
Oh God, I think it was in the
How many
70s.
crabs do you have?
They
Millions!
made a big deal because Channel 11 was filming a 3D movie when gorillas attack.
Oh, Gorilla at Large.
Yeah, and you had to go to 7-Eleven and get
the 3D glasses,
so
yep.
you could enjoy it.
It was on. It was on whatever channel wrestling was on, because I remember the
It's
wrestlers.
Channel 9,
Yeah, it was Channel 9. That's right.
No, it would have been 11.
Was it 11?
Because that
11 at 11
they were the independent channel until they did all
until they
the mix-up
switched.
in the
Yeah,
80s.
and so that was before they switched.
Yeah.
Remember the wrestlers were watching the 3D movie and
Yeah.
the Baron puts up the claw.
Yeah.
I think it was Greg
they pulled
Gagne
out-
and Rashke and
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Brunzell.
They pulled out
Somebody
all
else.
the advertising stops because it's a big deal. We're showing the 3D movie first time ever on television.
Gorilla at
But you
Large.
gotta get your 3D glasses.
That
to
was
enjoy the
80,
action.
81.
Oh
They
yeah.
did that where we grew up, in Illinois. Must have been a thing where they... And the 3D effect was terrible because your TV wasn't too
Yeah.
well enough.
No, it was a little more gimmick than gimmick. Gimmick than gimmick.
There for a while they were
Gimmick,
actually selling
gimmick,
3D
gimmick.
TVs, but not enough people
Gimmick,
gave
gimmick,
enough of a
gimmick,
shit.
gimmick.
I don't even think they upscale movies to 3D anymore, do they?
They advertise like a 4D experience
Yeah, but
at Best Buy on the high end, but I don't see a lot of people buying
It
it.
seems like a
all the
lapsed
Marvel
fad
movies
to me.
For a while were put out in regular in 3D, and they don't do that anymore.
We saw Age of Ultron in 3D.
Yes, we did.
The 3D of us did.
One more pun like that.
And I'll get an award from Joe.
Yeah.
You'll get a promo from MJF.
And like it.
I want a promo from Joe. No, I don't want a promo from Joe.
We've all gotten
It cuts
promos
to
from
the
Joe.
quick. It's hurtful. It's very hurtful.
There's something we should see every day. I still like that. I don't know, was it the Blitz or who said it? You're so cheap here. Food shops are free. You got
Yeah.
employees.
Yep.
I've used that to people at work.
That's a good line.
Yeah. The other one that gets people pissed.
Oh, it's free.
Especially when you're having like an argument online, Cory. Well, I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. Could
I had a
carry
guy
well
come
in line.
completely off on me one time when I said, "You must be really happy that in all of the world you're smarter than tens of people."
All of the world.
All the world.
There are dozens of them. Dozens.
I'm going to say Gorilla at Large was like summer of 81.
Yeah. And now that you say, I do remember that. Puts his claw.
We actually got a good one. We got House of Wax.
Oh, this gorilla one. Because it was bad. Because he'd swing on the rope and raw.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh, it was. I think I took it off without the left the glasses off.
Yeah, I tried the glasses. That was a rube move, so I bailed on that. Cory, did you ever see the movie Overnight Delivery with Paul Rudd and and Legally Blonde, whatever her name is.
No.
I don't know the girls. We were driving by this hotel back here one night, and there was a truck exploded and a bunch of spotlights. And so when I say one night, it was like 2 in the morning, and they were filming that movie.
Oh.
We pulled over and asked what was up. Oh, we're filming his overnight delivery. And it's,
Paul
it's all
Rudd
right.
is now the world's sexiest man.
Yeah. And for 20 years after that, I still didn't know who he was.
He's Ant-Man.
After,
You
now
won't
I know.
You won't recognize him.
The 20 years is up.
He's in Ghostbusters. You won't recognize. I didn't know who he was.
Now I finally recognize him. But he was just completely nondescript to me.
favorite
Not that I'm
about,
good at that stuff.
I think last week
Who are you?
on the Tonight Show, they're advertising Will Ferrell's coming out. And music hits, Paul Rudd walks out. Meanwhile, over on Channel 5,
Oh, no.
Jimmy Kimmel Show,
Yeah.
we got Paul Rudd.
Ryan
Will
Reynolds.
Ferrell walks out. I mean, they coordinate that joke between the two. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Paul Rudd on Conan had the best show. Every time he would come on for, promoting the movie, okay, and here's the clip, and it's a clip from Mac and me of the little kid in the wheelchair. No matter what movie it was.
Yeah, they ran that as, I saw that on the YouTube. Paul Rudd's doing this incredible thing, and all the different, this is movie, and they show that.
Mac and Me becomes the 8th biggest movie of the year.
Which was supposed to have a sequel, but it didn't.
It was supposed to be a sequel.
I like the, every so often I'll watch, like, top 10 embarrassing call-offs to the hosts. And I forget the name of the actress, but she was, like, busty and had deep cleavage, and she was talking to Conan, and she goes, "Eyes up, Conan." And the audience, she
Nice.
said it seriously, but then the audience lost it. And, of course, Andy makes a comment, yeah, Conan, what's the big idea? So, well, you can't come out dressed like that and expect me to ignore it. And it totally derailed whatever conversation. Just the way she said it. As opposed to like watching Craig Ferguson. There's actually a thing like how to flirt like Craig Ferguson.
What was the skeleton's name?
Jeff.
Was it Jeff?
Jeffrey. A gay skeleton. This one girl was
And the pantomime horse.
flirting with Craig, and he's like, "Well, I'm a married man." And Jeffrey, "I'm not." But he's gay. Not anymore.
When are they going to fill this hole over here?
Until I drive into it, no.
Until I drive into it.
I like doing that.
However, the brakes.
Yeah! That's what the tree's for. Hold on. Don't worry, it's on.
On.
All right, I'll go.
Hey, and the MP3 player stayed there. Yep.
Yeah, this isn't slippery. It's got a little oomph to it.
Got a little grip.
All right.
A little grip.
No, I'll leave the car on.
Well, what a day.
Yeah, we're back. That was good.
I didn't
We
get
made
it as much as I thought I
We
would.
made it back with enough daylight now.
I got as much as I thought I would. Wonder when Joel will be ready.
Never.
Oh, yeah, good deal.
Right. I got a spare, too. So if you want one, I got one.
I have some. Or else.
In the back it goes.
I did not know that Ruby Soho was in a relationship with Brody King. Huh.
Brody King, when you say was, is?
Is. Because I follow her on the Instagrams. She has horses, by the way.
Ooh. She
Too bad
do.
they're not Icelandic horses. Those things are fluffy.
Nope, they're regular horses, but she, every so often it's like, okay, here's a bunch of pictures of her at the venue and et cetera, et cetera. But anytime she's home, it's just her and her horses.
Huh,
Yeah.
interesting.
She's got bajillions of tattoos and everything, and
She's a horse girl.
Yeah.
she's a farm girl.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan has horses too. Liv Morgan's going to get a push, which means, of course, they're going to release her with the next batch of people that let go.
Yeah.
All right.
At the same time.
What does Games Workshop have on pre-order right now that I can blow my money on?
This was our chance.
Good.
To take off?
Yep.
Better do it fast.
Oh, you dumb kids. We can't leave you kids alone in the car for a minute.
Change all the radio presets.
Yeah, if I knew how.
How come every time I push the radio button, it's WCCO? You're old. We wanted to help you.
It reads your fingerprint. Huh?
Alright, well, they got a new release.
Stuff you can't afford.
Yeah, Black Library Advent Calendar. Ooh, I'd get it by fucking Christmas.
Oh, good.
Until Christmas gets here. Oh, don't worry. We'll get
I
it.
really like advent calendars that, you'll get it on Christmas. Well, aren't I supposed to start opening it? No. Use it next year. Shut up. Buy it, fanboy.
Have your own Advent.
I am tempted to get the Funko Marvel Advent Calendar again. But because I'm at home, it's not nearly as much fun.
The engine's on.
It is.
Yeah.
Doors.
Driver door is what? It's ajar.
It's a jar.
Black Library.
When is the door not the door?
They have
a
a
jar.
jar on sale
Very good.
because it's Games Workshop.
Very
All
good.
right,
You can say that into the computer.
You can buy stuff on sale.
They're British. They don't have Black Friday because they don't have Thanksgiving.
I was gonna make a joke to Shannon G about that. Put up my Christmas tree early. Oh, you're not supposed to do it before Thanksgiving. And I thought, nah, that wouldn't work. She's Canadian.
It would have worked because it's Canadian Thanksgiving is in October.
Oh, and the tires are curb resistant.
Hey, you leaving that? They are.
They sure are.
They're cop tires.
Yep.
Cop shocks, cop tires, cop brakes.
Needs a new cigarette lighter.
You should see the where the spare tire is. Ironically, I don't have the cop jack. They didn't give me the jack with it.
But you can get one.
Yeah, and they have there's like cross beams across it. My dad's like, yeah, if anybody hits you, you can get shook up. They'll be destroyed.
And that's what you've always wanted.
I have. Remember I used to have all those guys. We'll put a concrete block in each corner. We're going to go hunting.
If it was my car, the tires would be facing the opposite direction.
You don't see that every day. What'd you get? Well, let's go to Dairy Queen. Watch Butch fix the car.
I was at the... Remember I was at the shop, Cory? And I went to back up. Joe's sitting... This isn't a usual thing, but Joe's sitting on the front of the car. And I go to back up. Won't back up, you know? I give it a little more. I'm like, he cannot possibly be holding this car back. It just didn't make sense. And then, we talked about it. Then Joe looked at both wheels.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, now finish your story and then I'll go back to that.
Well, and he just looked at. Then he looked at the other one. He goes, "Uh-oh." Facing a different direction.
Yeah.
A little tie rod gimmick had fallen off.
You got it fixed though. I mean, it took at least...
You know what I did? I duct taped it.
Yeah.
And then I drove it home.
Well, we were waiting. We were going to Dairy Queen. It's like,
I left it there.
hey, do you want us to bring some? No. You fixed it yet? No. Anyways, that shop back there was for sale.
The
It used
sweet
to be
shop.
a
It's an old story.
floral shop or whatever, garden shop.
Ric Flair.
I actually went in there and looked at it. I'm like, hey, this could be cool.
You could bought a Christmas tree there once.
Now if this boba tree gets out of
25 years ago.
All right.
No way, it's too trendy right now.
Well, it's 11 o'clock. Should we hit the nerding out or just kind of dork around until we can get to Steve Brown's shop? He opens at noon.
Yeah, we could go to Nerd now.
Okay.
I love digging through their 50-cent bin.
Yeah.
I like their expansive store. Just love it.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember talking to the guy like when we went down there, and he's like, yeah, they gave us a really good deal because this place has been vacant forever. There's a new guy. Hot Comics New Hope moved to a new shop.
Old Hope.
And because they got booted out of there. So they're now Hot Comics Minneapolis. It's an old gas station. And I went in and I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I don't think people are like, oh, they moved to a junkie location. And I'm like, yeah, but this place has character. It's not just here's a box, fill it with comics. And another guy who used to work at New Hope opened a store called Rockhopper Comics, and I went to visit with him, and he reminded me a lot of like Gruber and I starting out. And I'm like, okay, I can sit here and talk to this guy for ages. Don't do this, do that.
What means Rockhopper?
I don't know why he called it Rockhopper.
Because it wasn't a rock. It was a rockhopper.
Probably some weird childish game.
That's very negative.
That's very logical.
We're going downhill.
Remember, I was looking at shops around here because there were a lot of blank spots for a while. And Mike's like, I give him I'm not coming here if you, okay.
No parking.
Attaboy, Mike.
I think that place I was looking at was like way back the other way.
If you put it right next to the steakhouse, though,
That would
you
be
would have got him back.
I haven't been to this place yet. Records and Coffee. Chris says they got good coffee there, but
I want to know who says they got good records there.
that's what I'm worried about.
Have you been to this place?
Oh yeah, that's our go-to place. It's because we like the owner and it's independent. And we got this guy in the corner selling
How are their
flags.
comics?
We got this lady walking around picking up dogs.
Look at those shoes.
Usually I wait till they start pooping, then I honk. Gotta make some clench.
Use the spotlight. Make sure you pick that up.
Lady, step away from the schnauzer. But
That's
leave
an
the dog
official.
alone.
That's an official grab bag.
Sweet, I'm still here, little poopies.
So I always look at weird places. Like, I always think back here is like, that'd be a cool, out-of-the-way place to have a house,
Oh yeah.
No one's gonna bother you. The train tracks are long gone.
Yeah, I always.
You're near the cop station, so
Try to
nobody
observe
really
those.
wants to hang around here.
Well, unless they want to burn it down.
Oh yeah, they had this place
Then they
barricaded.
can hide at your house.
More importantly, if I piss off Chris, I stop down here with $25 and
Right there.
pretty happy afterwards. It was a rose floral shop. Guy's been there forever.
2 dozen roses for $25.
You keep him in business.
Well, every time I'm there, he's always busy. They interview him like a local news place, and every morning he gets up, goes to the airport, gets a fresh bouquet of flowers that they cut him from, I don't know where he buys them. He said like Brazil or something. They FedEx them up to him overnight, brings them in, sells them all day. When he runs out, closes the shop. Valentine's Day, he doubles, triples the order.
Leaves a lot of angry wives.
This is a
in his
nice
wake.
place too, but they only take cash, which is why when it's really busy, you walk in and there's a cop waiting indoors. Were you with us when?
Here's one.
Hey, hello, copper.
I'm going to meat market.
During that 24-hour sale, were you there at the 3 a.m. portion?
Well, I feel like I was because I wouldn't have wanted to miss it.
Because it was crazy. It was like there was nothing going on, and then all of a sudden, boom! The place was packed. And I know we had a rental cop. My wife suggested that, and he was kind of like, the first part of the sale, like the best part of the sale was midnight to like 2:30 because come and make your own deal. And but everybody wanted the 70% off. Back issues, because I think it was like the first time a shop had ever done that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And so the cop, I think, was like just thinking, this is gonna be boring. And us at 3 a.m., all these people
Boom.
start streaming.
Parking lot filled
and
up.
You can see he was like, "What the hell is going on?" And the best part was like at about 3:30, you saw a couple drunks come in, and they look around. look at the cop, turn around and leave. Yeah, they were just there saying, what the
It's
hell?
all going to the pedophile.
Yeah, damn. He said, bullshit.
The pedophile.
Now, if this Timber Frames Inc. would get out of there, that would be a place I would love to open up,
And we could be right next to my favorite pizza joint.
which is closed.
Oh. Well,
I actually looked it up. They want like $1.5 million for that. I'm like, yeah. It's probably worth it if you're doing a restaurant, but I just need a box to put comics in.
I thought the reason they got out of there was because it wasn't fit. You know, it was unfit.
I'm not sure why.
Nor am
I mean, they
I.
rearranged the traffic so they didn't constantly have people trying to make it a drive-through.
Mm-hmm. Although they could have used the light inside.
Where were we going that day? We were driving along here, and there was that old-fashioned steam engine.
We were going to Cory's. We were on our way to Cory's.
Oh, yeah. Before the day went sideways.
That had to be decades ago.
Nay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was WrestleMania.
Yeah. Notice we've never tried to get together for WrestleMania since.
Nope. It was a bad taste in Cory's. Well, he couldn't.
Well,
He can't afford the gas.
Yeah, we don't know. We were surprised he ever came back.
They still have WrestleMania?
Yeah, there's another
I think they
thing.
film it.
So they've made WrestleMania 2 nights now. Because New Japan showed that you can make money doing your big show of the year over 2 nights. So
Hey.
this year, Wrestle Kingdom, New
that for a
Japan's big
comic
show, 3 nights.
3 nights.
WrestleMania all year long.
WrestleMania, I think, could be edited down to about a half an hour.
So do you think if WWE sells that Vince will stay in control, or do you think he'll just take the money and bow out?
I don't think he could ever give up control. He's one of those guys who's going to work till he dies.
And beyond.
Because, he doesn't sleep.
Weekend at Vince's.
I like how in interviews he's mad that I have to sleep. I only sleep 2 or 3 hours because I hate it. Dude, sleeping is my favorite thing.
I don't get enough of it. I want more of it.
Joe's asleep right now. Are you saying I ain't?
Vince will probably, if he sells it, I don't know if he'll want to keep control of the corporate end, because he's already kind of given that away. But he won't give up creative until they pry it from his cold dead hands.
Is Linda still on the corporate end, or is she
No.
trying to become a politician somewhere?
No, she's deep wired into Trump rule.
All I know is I didn't hear anything bad about her because she was running the Small Business Administration.
Well, because she didn't change anything.
Yeah. But I figured if anybody knew how to grow a small business into a big one.
It was more that she knew how to stay out of Trump's radar.
Yet still exist.
Because then she left and ran one of the political action committees. And she's involved in one of his weird little... Now that he's learned how you can raise money through politics and never have to spend it on anything but yourself, that's what he does. Like the whole, we're raising legal funds to fight the steal of the election. He didn't spend a penny on any of that because he didn't have to.
Linda's poor sucker's money.
Linda is deep wired into that. And Trump and McMahon have been friends since WrestleMania 4. Because remember, he had 2 WrestleManias at the Trump
That guy came real
Cedar.
close to me.
Donald, I gotta ask you about the hair. What's with the hair?
A hair versus hair match.
Oh, man. That's right.
Poor Vince's hair never grew out right. Still to this day, his hair looks goofy. That's why I'm scared to shave my head. If I grow it back, it'll be like, it'll look like Vince McMahon.
You just have to give up on hair for the rest of your life.
Yep.
That's a lot of work.
You gotta make that decision.
What?
Nah, just go get it. I mean, if you shave it, you might as well just go and get it lasered. That way you'll never have to deal with it again.
Yeah, can you laser my entire body except for my eyebrows?
Sorry,
No,
it's
you wanna keep the
all or
beard,
nothing.
Get some of that sleep, Cory.
Good night, everybody. Who knows? Maybe I'm more entertaining in my sleep.
I've been told I am.
I know my life's more entertaining.
Well, we happen to have all of Cory's ex-girlfriends on the line. Was Cory more interested when he was asleep?
Well, it depends on which one you ask. Some of which want a knife when I'm asleep.
Really, all I wanted to know if anybody has seen the Eternals yet.
They don't even know the alphabet here.
I know, it's terrible. I'd never go there. I don't care how much free popcorn they give you. We need your hockey mask now, Butch. Look at Mr. Swerve over there.
Joe's whispering.
On the one hand, I don't even think to bring it everywhere I go now, because I'm old. On the other hand, on the way out the door, I could have grabbed it. It's right there.
So what has Butch been reading lately?
Well, so far, a lot of freeway signs.
Well, everybody will remember I read The Marvel Art of George Perez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that was...
I ordered the signed copy of that, and it got canceled, and I never picked up, like, an...
I'll sign it for you. I'll sign mine.
I gotta get one first.
Oh, well, I'll sign mine, and
And you can look at it.
yeah, it'll be signed. I don't know what I've been reading. Yesterday I read the last, the recent big Spider-Man book that came, Amazing Spider-Man, number 750 or whatever it was.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the end of the storyline there. Oh, and I saw that Ambush Bug is in Suicide Squad. That looks like fun. And I read some Conan, some current Conan that was pretty good.
Yeah, I really like that Conan story. Where they all got chucked down in the caves.
I don't know. I didn't get that far yet.
Okay.
Spoilers, man!
And there was a big issue there too, like issue 300 or something they were calling it.
Yeah.
And there was a nice brutal Larry Hama story in there that I liked.
He was on MASH.
I was a little irritated by that because there was not a Roy Thomas story.
Yeah. Why not?
Don't know?
Get it together, Conans.
You know, Roy has done,
Well,
done
he's
some Marvel's Conan stuff, but
yeah. Did he? Did he?
Yeah.
I'm having trouble.
he did a Savage Sword story.
Roy the boy.
Who's now in his 80s.
Uh-oh. So we won't see him today?
We might.
No.
Nah, he's on the farm.
I certainly might.
You're wrong.
What a
I want
boring
you
world.
to sit there
What a
and be
boring
wrong in your
world
wrongness.
he lives in, where everything is right or wrong.
I read
He
the...
has zero imagination. This boy needs to sit down and watch some Barney. Seriously.
Who are we talking about?
Mike, get your dad watching some Barney. Stay away from Teletubbies. It's too advanced for him.
And forget Booba altogether.
Yeah, oh, man.
I
Even that
prefer
scared the
Daniel
shit out of
Tiger's.
me. You're lucky I got Blue's Clues.
Tom DeFalco's Spider-Man story with Firelord in it. I recently reread.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It wasn't as good as the Juggernaut story. It
No.
was the same story as
Going
what
downhill.
Roger Stern did a few years earlier.
Kind of popped his wad on Juggernaut.
If I was going to have him watch anything, I'd sit him down and make him watch Bluey.
That'll teach him.
Louie.
I don't even know what that is.
It's one of those new kids shows.
Well, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Death to Smoochie.
Adventure Time. time. That's a new one, isn't it?
I mean,
Well, relative
they're
to
still
what?
making episodes on HBO. I
All
think.
right, we're here, Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree Comics.
Pad for sale.
We're gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, they got pads, so maybe they got pad Thai.
A&W record. Nerding out. Hey, that has potential.
Never last.
Oh, they're out of nerds. That's what they mean. Sorry.
Nerd. Yep.
Nerd. Out.
In or out. Yep. It's a big orange out, so they're out.
Nerd. In or out?
Hey, nerd.
Get out.
Out. Nerd. Excuse me?
That's easy for you to say.
Why did Homer go back to college? Work made him do it? That's the one where he blew up the test truck.
He needed to get his degree in...
There weren't even any nuclear materials aboard. Melted it
Still
down.
going?
Simpsons will outlive us all.
I know we all hope it's not the case, but it's just gonna happen.
Chris was watching the one with David Duchovny from the X-Files on it.
I mean, Saturday Night Live still needs more scriptwriters, so he's gonna have to keep making Simpsons episodes.
I don't know. I think Saturday Night Live, they're up to like over 20 cast members now.
Alumnus?
No, current.
I mean, like a TV dinner and a peanut
TV?
dinner.
Dinner, baby.
And what always drove me nuts is like, okay, this one's got French fries and pudding.
Yeah.
But the other
they
one's
didn't
got
have-
with beef stroganoff, and this one's a hamburger.
They didn't have
with,
the right mix.
Yeah, it's like you didn't put French fries with mashed potatoes. I'm like, you asswipes. So it was
Mashed potatoes with no gravy? The gravy's on the french fries?
the eternal question. So, anyways, my wife just has this thing.
Who's your wife?
I don't know. She doesn't even know. But she just out of the house in the garage. Yeah, but there's mice in the garage. No,
Oh,
just put 'em in the
God,
garage.
I know. My stuff's gone from the garage to the shed and from the shed to the yard.
So the day I find the
You're
box,
still married.
every
Yeah.
Peanuts book that I got from my grandma, covered with shit, pee, chewed. I'm like,
No good.
And then you know me, I
good.
save that damn box because I'm like, okay, I use that box for like toys or junk or whatever. Woohoo!
It's fine.
And I finally just said, look, I had it here. You know, what finally got her was when she went for
I don't even
like
know what that is.
some
It's
clothes,
my battery box.
and they're all
Everything's battery
Mostly
powered
through
these
'em.
days. Even cigarettes.
Yeah. Makes me want to go home and set mouse traps.
Oh, I did. Excuse me a second, you're in my garbage zone.
Kind of sad that we were at Nerdin' Out, and their dollar book section is shrunk massively.
Oh yeah, it's been
yeah.
hit pretty hard. I'm curious, the one in Rochester though, if it's still.
Let's find out.
Well, I would, but actually,
I'm drunk.
do you remember Collector Connection up in Duluth?
No, never been there.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yes.
he's really the only comic shop there. He's been there from like when Gruber and I used to do.
So it's the same one you've
conventions.
talked about before, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been.
He's opening a new store in Superior. We
Same,
talked about
same
that
city.
last time I talked to him. No, across the bay,
Oh,
Wisconsin.
yes.
Because I was talking to him about that, and I was like, yeah, you know, I can't help but think there might be people that might not want to cross. Oh my God, I gotta drive across the bridge and up the hill just to get to my comics.
I ain't driving not across no bridge.
Ain't happening to me.
35W bridge.
I crossed
The
that.
sad thing is though he talks about, you know, he opened up like today, and you know, he's like, I've had this stuff in storage a while, and I'm going, do I want to take a trip to one store? So, anyways, we must return to the North Shore eventually.
Yes.
North to Alaska.
The rush is on.
All right.
Yeah, why aren't we walking on the freeway like those guys?
They're too original. Aboriginal. All right, next stop.
Yikes.
So what everybody buy
The farm.
from Nerding Out?
I bought a DDR game because I found it.
Yes.
Dance
Revolution. What's the theme song?
Not sure.
I thought you were so manly.
Revolution.
It has Umbrella by Rihanna on it.
That's it.
And I could always use more Wii games because I have one, and all I really have right now is Wii Sports because it's the only game you really need for Wii.
I will contact you as we have tons of Wii games and nobody's playing them anymore.
Whee!
The only one I really like is Wii Bowling, just because I like to bowl.
Yeah, Wii Sports.
I had that.
Bowling.
I had like Wii Fitness for a while, which was cool. You were jogging along and the screen would change and then you start really running in place and like a little dog would zip by you.
Yeah, I got the predecessor or the successor to Wii Sports and the Ring Fit Adventures on the Switch, and it's pretty alright. It also has a running in place game. Which is pretty
I
neat.
think our original Wii died. We have what was the black one? That had a better motion sensor. It's like generation 2.
The Atari 2600.
Yeah.
Pong?
More
Was it the
advanced. That
Pong?
was more advanced.
Oh, 5200.
Oh, I don't like the look of this jet.
I picked up a run of Firearm
Yeah, you did.
by Malibu, which was written by James Robinson.
Now
Yep.
the question is, did you get the number? Was the 0 in the box?
No.
No. Was the videotape in the...
Well, no, that's hard to find. I have the videotape somewhere if you ever want to watch it, Cory. The
Watch
videotape was actually...
People still have that technology?
I did. I bought Gruber's last VHS he had. I just stockpiled this, never use it. Now I don't use it no more. Okay.
Sell to Joe.
They also
I watched-
had some real early Jonah Hex issues.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the Tales of Green Lantern annuals, which are anthology books, one of which has an Alan Moore story.
Aha. Hey, that would make a good time. Look, the whole thing's for lease. Comic warehouse.
Where are you going to have room for the warehouse?
Yeah, that's true. I'll wait till something bigger.
You could fit half of Dad's collection in there.
I watched the firearm tape, and it's good. It's a good production. Then you read the comic, which just takes place afterwards. You're like, meh.
Yeah, I remember the comic being ugly.
Oh,
But the series was great.
yeah.
The comic series, not the videotape
I
series
think if you
that you're thinking of.
I was watching a guy online. I don't know if he still has it. He had the tape still together. He was asking like $150 for it.
Still together. Oh,
Yeah,
together
you
with
never
the comic, yeah. I never did either. It just split. It just
And
popped
the
open.
sad thing was, is as I was going through, we cleaned out all the videotapes in my garage. I can't find that Firearm 0. I'm like, damn, I hope I didn't get rid of it. Be just the type of thing, crazy.
But I kind of hope I did. Wait.
Sold it on the eBays for
What?
$5.
Did not sell it. I know that because I'm collecting all my still doing the Ultraverse, trying to collect it all. Saw it too.
Yeah, will you read it?
I will once I get it all.
Because I remember Jerome was always trying to get one of every DC comic, and I'd ask, well, how much have you read? No, none of it.
I don't read it.
It's all crap.
Oh, man. That's great.
I think I picked a few oddballs up, but the one thing that caught my attention was a Harvey Kurtzman Help magazine in the dollar bin. I thought, okay, I've never read one. We've talked about it.
It's got Wonder Warthog in it, though.
I didn't look that much.
I didn't either. I had Cory's books. They were good enough for me.
I noticed you went to the bathroom with them.
No.
Good reading.
I gave them to Cory.
After the bathroom.
Although as clean as that bathroom was, I shouldn't have brought those books in there.
Yeah.
It's not like a comic shop bathroom.
No, it's wonderful.
Although Guandana Land, the people who are reprinting the public domain stuff, they are starting to reprint some issues of Help. I'll be interested to see if they're able to do many of them, because they were published by
I do what I want.
Carlton. And when Carlton went out of business, there are 2 stories. One is that when they went out of business, they just made everything public domain.
Get a room.
And the other is that they went out of business and forgot to do that. So nobody knows.
I got it.
Hang on.
Which sounds more likely there, because Carlton was always kind of a we don't know what the hell we're doing company.
That didn't blow up at all. Disappointed.
That ain't your grandpappy's bottle of pop. Bottle. Oh, pop.
Bottle of soda.
Oh, pop.
Soda.
Soda pop.
Soda.
Soda pop.
Soda cola.
Pop soda.
Pair of choppers.
They had no Moxie soda at the biggest candy store. Kind of surprising. Kind of sad. End of an era.
Yeah, Arrow was making it.
But they had Pepsi in bottles.
Was that the Pure Cane Pepsi?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. With the old logo.
In these bottles? Or in the old glass bottles?
Glass bottles.
And that came in the 8-pack?
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
Well, they're open till Sunday.
Moment of silence, because then they'll be closed.
By the way, they have two kinds of bacon soda now.
What?
Bacon and maple bacon.
I need some Judge Wapner root beer.
They have that.
I sentence you to drink my root beer.
Oh, crap. That's what I wanted.
I got some Dead World root beer one time.
We still have all the Dictator sodas, too.
Ah, the Lennon Lemonade? Or the Leninade?
Leninade. Nice.
I love me a good bottle of Leninade.
By the way, when I die, you can put me right next to Lennon. You know, mummify me, put me next to Lennon.
Haha, we got to go before you. Because I am wholesome and pure.
Well, that's something to look forward to, huh, guys?
At my office job, these last 3 weeks, I've gotten so many calls from funeral homes, sniffing around to see how much life insurance people have. And, you know, they know it's illegal for them to ask, but they figure they'll get people who don't know anything. And boy, do they get mad when you say, I'm sorry, I can't give you any information. Well, I have the... I'm sorry. We need to know so we can put this body in the ground.
Can you like say, can I get your name and
we
what
do.
funeral home you're attached to? Okay.
We do. That way, when somebody does slip up, we call the funeral home and say, you do know you've opened yourself up to a lawsuit, and we have let the parties who own the life insurance know.
Then they
So,
say,
thanks.
put this body in the ground. Click.
Are you constantly
Body.
recorded?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But after getting like 5 of
Would be
those
a
calls in
podcast.
3 days,
Constantly
I tell the
recorded.
boy, here's what to do. And don't spend any money.
Chuck them in the oven.
Yeah, just
Put 'em
throw
in the
them
oven.
ditch.
Hey, you know, I know
Son, you might want to start warming up the oven.
I know this guy who's got a botfly farm, if you don't mind dragging it over.
Oh, there we go. CSI's back. You can put me in a body bar.
Body bar, body bar. Hey, you got a tree on your roof.
Yeah, I don't think I could find my way home from here.
Let's go north.
Harry, we just let him loose in a while. Was
To
the last thing
Alaska?
he said. No. The big
She'd
old-
be like, who?
They thought he was a Bigfoot.
He had a big
Plenty of
fight.
cutouts of them around.
Hey,
Yeah,
blow off.
I seen them.
Hot diggity dog.
Nah, he's starting to go gray. He's a Yeti.
You see that far? I can't tell which way the arrow's pointing.
It
Left
looks
or
it
right?
looks left.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh no, I forgot that
It
sign.
makes
Way
you
over
start.
there.
It makes you start to look. You know.
Couple
Okay, now
miles ago.
rationally, what would happen here?
Or like it'd say, you know, south 35E, left lane. Oh,
It left. God, you guys, we gotta stop and get something to eat.
yeah, me too. I was just thinking that. There's a Taco Bell we're coming up to.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Let's
no,
go
I
to
said
that burrito place
to
that we
eat.
passed about 3 trips ago.
3 trips back.
There's that pizza place, $100
Yeah,
bills in the seats.
Yep, and maybe this time I'll get the right pizza.
Nah.
You could see how affected I was by
Yeah,
that.
halfway through it.
She's like, oh, I'll get it. I'll get,
never mind.
I'll
Like,
get you.
like she said, oh, we looked forever for that pizza.
Yeah. Well, that's why I told her. Because once I started eating, I said, good enough. I just eat the pizza that I didn't order. But I told the waitress, I said, just so you know, somebody's missing a pizza. They said, oh, we'll get that for you. I go, no, it's good. I'll pay for it. Even though Joe didn't have any money.
Yeah. I'm gonna swim back to the stories. Look in the parking lot. Where's my
Well, you
cash?
may want to invest it. Hey, the Dow Jones lost 900 points so far.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Well,
farted?
didn't you hear the news?
No.
New
New
variant
COVID.
in South Africa.
Yep, new
great.
COVID.
All right, everybody out.
Oh, that's what that said. I thought it said they found the cure. Boy, I don't know how to read headlines.
New variant.
As long as
right.
I never have to go to,
That's right.
to the office, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's right, Cory. They'll never get me back in
What
that
about these
traffic.
people dying? I don't know.
I am so,
Hey, that just means the labor market will
so
be even
glad
more pinched and I
I'm
can
back
make
in
more
the
money.
basement. I'm not dealing with the public.
What's going in your basement?
No, that's where I'm working at.
Oh, yes. I know, I love when Cory goes, they'll never get me back in that traffic. Or that commute or whatever you said.
Joe, you should say you can work from home. They ship you the bags. You go through them. You ship them back.
Actually,
They don't get where they're going
most
anyway.
of our stuff is done on the X-ray machine, so they could do a remote if they wanted to.
There you go.
They don't
Just
want
look
to.
at the Twitch TV channel for you. Just look at.
All you hear is Joe snoring.
Boy, this is the most boring Twitch channel. No. You should go over and see this one lady's. It's her talking about her Pokemon cards. She's got 40,000 viewers.
Oh, God. Amaranth.
I don't know.
I like the guy in the red. He zips up next to me. He's
She's
like,
a
"Oh, you gonna
podcasting.
pass me?"
It says have no plan.
She's
I'm
still,
making stuff
she's
up. No,
still
there's a real
behind him.
channel. This is her name.
It's like, why
I
did you
don't doubt
bother
it.
racing up?
I gotta get there.
Yeah.
Gotta get there.
There's one cosplayer I follow, and she's only on Twitch like every 2 months, but every time she is, it's like 430,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Is it you? Are you the cosplayer?
No, I'm not a cute Russian girl.
Yeah, it's to be determined.
No, not that they have webcams.
So let's vote. Everyone vote.
Years ago, I could have been a cute Russian webcam girl, but
And there was that day he went to Stillwater.
nah,
I'd be a cute Russian girl.
yet.
You're too slow to be Russian.
Kids in the idiot camera.
There was one day at work I asked if I could say everything in a Russian accent because it scares people.
I don't come in it.
Unless it's Nikita Koloff's Russian accent.
Oh, yes, you need to send in documentation.
Don't come back,
Your will be removed from coverage.
Do not worry. We are not recording this conversation. Sir, would you move a little bit to the left? There you go. Perfect. We are not
Would you like
recording
to-
this. Used to work at they call it IVCC because you got to travel with ID now to fly. But if for some reason you don't have one or it got stolen, we have this process. They look up stuff. And sometimes after I'd clear, I knew I was going to clear the person because we knew who it was. I said, okay, one final question. In 1986, they rented a library book and returned it late. What was the title of that book?
Lord of the
What?
Flies.
Ask that question. They're like, what? Really? No, I'm just kidding.
Brilliant.
Or if you get someone from like they lived in Green Bay, okay, ask them who they want to win, and this will determine if they fly or not. Did I turn on the right road?
Good. I have my
I
doubts.
don't think so.
Oh, damn it!
Does that go through? Why do I feel like that goes through?
It might, but nope. Yeah, like
Joe's using Apple Maps
I
rather
can't get-
than
Hit the lights.
Google or Waze.
Actually, I got one in here, but I don't think the cops would appreciate me using it.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop whoop.
Or, as an ICP fan, whoop, whoop. There you go, ICP police. Whoop, 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 whoop. ECP concert?
I have.
And did you get soaked?
No, I was in the very back rows.
Oh,
Because the back rows were raised. I could see over the crowd.
Soaked in Fago?
you had no fun then.
Oh, I had plenty
Sorry,
of fun.
no fun.
It's not as fun as being up front. They're just 2
Let's-
liters of Fago doing this the whole show.
Let's take
Oh, yeah.
let's talk
They
about.
were.
Did
It was
you have fun or
They
no
had the
fun?
entire stage like plastic wrapped.
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious.
And when I saw him, you know who was with them? Sabu, of all people. Sabu in full gear, throwing Fago on the ground.
Awesome.
Through the whole show. It's all he did.
I don't like the looks of this roundabout.
We're going where?
Hey, we'll give you a paycheck, buddy.
All right, hold on to it.
My arms are tired from last night.
I do like how Sabu is said, yeah, I'm retired. Unless somebody's got a big payday.
Yeah, there you go.
If the clowns are gonna pay him, the clowns are gonna pay him.
No, I mean for wrestling. Sabu is like 56.
Boy, those stop signs
Walks
aren't
like-
scary.
He walks like sick Mick Foley. Yeah, I'm retired. Unless there's a big enough payday in it. I saw an interview with him where he completely dropped the gimmick. Yeah, he sounds like this. So I'm there and these fucking assholes. You know, sounds like some old guy from Michigan.
Ah, fucking, they did it again.
Oops, I did it again. Say it
Oh,
right.
you see where the south is? And then it's like, oh, but over here you gotta take a
Oops,
left.
I did it again. Say it right.
Oops, I did it again.
Somebody was talking, we need to get another ECW reunion. It's like, you really want to have a bunch of 50-year-old guys?
Well, yeah, reunion at the. I think they had it at the IHOP this morning, and they were using the menu, Joe's menu.
And they were hopping.
Sandman who's taken so many hits to the head, he doesn't know where he is.
Wasn't he one of the guys that would bang his head against all kinds of beer cans when he came
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Yep.
And every entrance that's done now is boring because they can't use interstate.
My favorite part about his entrances when I watch the old ECW shows is, I think a little more logically now, Tommy Dreamer's in the ring getting the shit beat out of him. Sandman music starts. Does he run to the ring to save his friend Tommy Dreamer? Nope. I had to walk around the arena,
Yep.
drinking beer, pouring it on a girl's chest.
Pounding it on his head.
Here we go. I gotta have another beer. Poor Tommy's probably dead by the time he's there.
Well, yeah.
Anybody but
Pour a beer out for Tommy, too.
One for my doomed homie.
should have had some like breakaway beer bottles come out with a 6-pack and guys attack them.
Then New Jack's music would hit and it would just play through the whole time he was out there.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
Funny. He'll be at the reunion.
Yep.
They'll wheel his corpse in.
That would be cheaper.
Wouldn't
Safer.
complain as much.
Be a lot safer, yeah. But keep that music going though.
They'll use a
How did the-
hologram. Then they'll dump the projector off a 3rd-story balcony.
It'll be like,
And it'll split open and be leaking on the floor.
you got pinned. How can you tell? The music stopped.
The day the music stopped.
I would love an ECW chronological book. I had an AWA one where they went through all the matches. Yeah, it was kind of fun, especially the early years. Like, and again, I don't know if this was part of the storyline or just genuine, but you know, Kanye would always complain that Luthez, who's the champ, would always duck him, didn't want to wrestle him,
Yeah.
so he got fed up and made his own.
He wouldn't wrestle me either.
Well, that's because you didn't wait till he was like, you know, in old folks' home, throwing other people off the table.
Oh my gosh.
Dad,
Oh
you're
my
not in
gosh.
the ring anymore.
This isn't the Met Center? Every day was a retirement match for Vern Gagne. When did you start watching it? What was going on?
The first one, I remember watching things like, I think it was Otto Vance was,
Oh, yeah.
they were wanting to arm wrestle Nick Bockwinkel, and Bockwinkel, they're going to pay for it. They'll come down to the Civic Center and pay good money to see me wrestle this freak. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But the one that got me was when I flipped on, and it was, they're recapping, because it was a match, Jerry Blackwell, before he was Crusher, Big John Studd going against Mad Dog and Crusher. And the heels double teamed Mad Dog, and he had to leave because he was injured. You know, and back then I didn't know territories, so.
No.
Anyways, I was like, oh my god, that's so terrible. And what got me was, you know, Crusher was like in the ring. Yeah, we won. Oh, how's he doing over there?
That's
yeah,
right.
we won. Well, the other thing, now I knew, for some reason I knew the heart punch, because that was like, he was always like, I give everybody a heart punch. And what made me think.
And there you go, my son's first time on the podcast. Butch back on the podcast. Us driving around, talking like idiots. And you notice that one of the jokes Butch had was that he kept saying, oh, we need to stop and eat somewhere. Because we all loaded up at IHOP. But Butch, knowing that eating a bunch of pancakes and everything is just going to make him tired and everything, decided not to. So that became one of our jokes. Mm-hmm. Boy, I love pancakes. I think I'm going to go make some pancakes. Hit my music.